friends, welcome back to Cardz TV. You're watching Make It Monday with Mary, and today we're going to do something really fun. We haven't done a quilt block in a while, so today I'm going to show you how to make this woven star quilt block. It looks hard, but it's not hard at all, guys. It's very easy, and I'm going to show you how to do this and tell you what you need. And by the way, happy September. Can y'all believe it's September 1st? I'm so glad. We're still having cooler temperatures, but I know a lot of you are still suffering with the heat. So now that we're in September, we can all start to look forward to some cooler weather, right? Okay, to make this woven star, you're going to need some 1/2-inch strips, and they should be at least 6 inches long. You'll need a 3-inch square, and then you'll need 4 3/4-inch squares. You'll need a ruler, a pencil, some scissors, and your glue. And you're going to be very surprised at how easy it is to make this. Now you're going to turn your square on point, and I like to line mine up with this mat, but you don't have to. Then you're going to take your ruler, and we want to draw a line from point to point. And it doesn't matter if it gets heavy or if it's light, because you're not going to see it once you get this done anyway. Then we're going to turn it to this point and make another line. Okay, we've got our square marked. Let's bring in our glue. And I've picked these strips, and we're going to start right here and glue our first strip down. And we're only going to put glue right here. We're not going to put it in the center, just right about there. And get our strip lined up and glue that down just right there. Then we're going to come up here and do our next strip on that side. Once again, we're just going to go right here, not in the center. And line that up with your pencil mark and get that one glued down just from right there. Then we're going to come back over here and get this strip put down. And you can already see where it's beginning to be woven. We're only going to put glue right here for this strip. And make sure you get your strips as close together as you can so that white doesn't show through. Now we've got one strip left. You can see it's woven right here. And this strip needs to go up here. So we're going to lift this one, tuck that one under, and just put glue right here. And once again, I want to get it as close as I can. Now all we have to do is go around and glue down these loose ends. When we get all these glued down, we'll go back and trim them off. See how quick it is to weave this, guys? It looks hard, but it's not. You just got to remember where you're putting your strips. I think this is going to turn out really pretty. This is a great way to use up all those little strips you've had left from making other cards. We'll get that one in the middle too now. Now everything's glued down. Let me put my pen back in my glue, because since it's been cooler, it's been getting a little thick on me. Okay, we're going to turn it over and trim off all these overhanging pieces. Didn't get close enough with that one. Still got a little bit hanging over. There we go. We got it that time. And I'll just keep trimming these off. And when we come back, I'll show you what comes next. Isn't that pretty, guys? Oh my goodness, I love those together. Now we're going to bring in our little 3/4 inch squares, and I'm going to use my tweezers. And we're going to put some glue in each corner, and that's where these little squares go. Just line them up. And that's what is creating the point for your woven star. Now, if you wanted to, you could probably put a colored block here. Maybe to match. Let's put it on the square instead of on the little block. Maybe to match the square that's going around the outside. Now we're going to run this through an embossing folder, and it's going to look just like it was quilted. I love these strips together. That made such a pretty star. And you see how easy it was. And quick. It really didn't take long at all. And it's just another way to use up all those scraps. Use what we have, right? Okay, guys. Now I'm going to get my embossing folder up here, and we're going to run that through, and I'll show you what it looks like after I emboss it. So pretty. I've got my Cuttlebug up here. I've got my A plate, my B plate, my other B plate, and here's the embossing folder I like to use for my quilt cards. It's from Cuttlebug, and it's called Baby's Breath, and I love the pattern, but you can use any pattern you'd like. Any embossing folder will work for this. So we're going to get that centered, get that in here, and run this through and see what we have when it comes out on the other side. That is a very tight fit. Oh my goodness, look at that, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. There's the back side. You can see the pattern there too. But look how beautiful that is. Okay, I'm going to get some cardstock to put this on, and we're going to put together some cards using these 2 quilt blocks. And I might go ahead and make another one. I'm having so much fun. So then we'll have 3 cards today. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, we're going to take this beautiful woven star quilt block, and put it on this pretty cardstock. And I cut this cardstock at 3 1/4. So let's go ahead and get it on there. This is so much fun, y'all. I love making these. This is simpler than doing it the other way with the little 1-inch squares. And I think it comes out prettier because it's woven in the center. Or it appears to be. Actually, it is. Okay, we'll get this on here. I thought this beautiful, it's kind of a camel colored cardstock, went really well with this quilt block. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I've cut some papers for our card. We've got a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch white card base. I cut another piece of that camel colored cardstock. It's 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to put that down. And to go on top of that, I really like this paper, and it's one of the strips that's in the block, so I thought that would be pretty on there. And this is 3 3/4 by 5. And then I really like this two-tone green plaid. So we're going to put a piece of that across here just to break up all those leaves on that pattern paper. Then we'll get our quilt block on here. And you won't see a lot of that green plaid, but it'll be just enough to, like I said, break up all of the leaves. So I'm going to grab my glue and go ahead and get all this attached to my card front. Isn't that pretty? Now for our sentiment, this is a birthday card, and I think this would make a good masculine birthday card. We're just going to put a happy birthday. Right about here. Just a little off center. And here is our first card, our first woven star card. Now, we're going to make a landscape style card out of the quilt block I showed you in the beginning. Here's that first quilt block I showed you. This is the one I learned how to do it on. And this is the reason I can't stop making these. I love these. They are so much fun. Okay, this is pretty much the same measurements, but this is a landscape instead of a portrait style. So this is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. It's a little bit different. Then we've got this, looks like old weathered boards. I love that. This is 5 by 3 3/4. We're going to have a bigger border around this one. And then this piece that's going to go right down here is 1 1/2 by 3 3/4. I'm going to get that right there, just like that. So I'll grab my glue and get these attached to my card base. This one's going to look just a little different. We've got darker colors, different layout, and I think this would be fine for a masculine card as well. Okay, we'll get this piece attached. I like that with the wider border. Then we'll get this piece put down right there. I love that little pop of teal. This is also going to be a birthday card. And then I've got one more to show you. Now we're going to put this right here, just like that. Got to find my little sentiment strip. It's gone missing on me. I found it. This is a birthday card too, like I just told you. And this, I don't want to cover up the woven part, so we're just going to put that right down here. And try to get it straight. There we go. So there is a landscape card with a woven star. Now I've got one more to show you. I couldn't help it. I had to do another one. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. This is going to be a portrait style, and I don't know what occasion I'm going to use this one for. So I don't have a sentiment for it yet. But we've got a brown mat, 4 by 5 1/4. Then we've got this beautiful two-tone gingham. It is 3 3/4 by 5. And we're going to put a border across here. Isn't that pretty with those beautiful leaves in different shades of green and gold and brown? I thought that would be gorgeous on there. This is 1 1/2 by 3 3/4. So that's going to go right about there. And once again, you won't see a lot of it, but it'll be just enough to break up all of that gingham. So we'll get this attached. I decided for this card to make this a thank you card or even a Thanksgiving card. We've got grateful for you on this banner, and we're going to put that right down here. Here are the 3 cards we made today using this woven star quilt block. Y'all, these are addicting. I've got more ready to put together. I just love this quilt block. It's so, so pretty. And then with that woven detail in the center, it really makes this card stand out and look extra special. And you can do it as a portrait style or a landscape style card. And I think depending on the papers you use, these make great masculine cards as well. Give this one a try, y'all. You will love this. It's so easy to do and looks so hard and makes such a beautiful card. Thank you all so very much for coming by today. I appreciate y'all so much. And remember, I love you all. God bless you all. And I will see you again soon with another card. That's going to be Wednesday for Wayne's Mystery Card Challenge. So I'll see you then. Bye now.